So, Skip,
Yeah.
how happy are you that Russell Wilson will be starting against the Cowboys?
Man, we've been killing quarterbacks all day long here on this show, and I'm about to kill another one. I am so relieved you have no idea, because I'll take Russell Wilson any Sunday or Monday or Thursday right now over the X factor that is Jaxson Dart, because I watched Jaxson Dart several times in the preseason. He is electric. He's a little crazy, but crazy maybe great, where he threw 3 touchdowns in the preseason and no interceptions. He didn't lose a fumble. He can run a little bit, and he's not afraid. He played for Lane Kiffin, and he's got a little juice to him, a little moxie and a little swag, and he just scares me. Like, he would be the guy who could come to Dallas and shake it up and shake up the team and do a little bit of J.J. McCarthy on Dallas. And Russell Wilson, I look at, here's all you need to know about Russell Wilson. For his first 9 years in this league as a third-round draft pick out of Wisconsin, first 9 years, he goes 98, 45, and 1. He's got the Legion of Boom over there backing him up. But 98, 45, and 1 is pretty great.
Yep.
And he's making a bunch of Pro Bowls. And then he hits his last year in Seattle, and then he goes to Denver, obviously Pittsburgh, and now New York. And over these last 5 years, as he's become kind of a journeyman quarterback in this league, he's 23 and 33. So he's 10 games under 500 over the last 5 years. And I watched the game at Washington the other day, and he just looks like shell of self to me. And he's made a ton of money. He's made the 4th most money in the history of football. And in Denver, he made $57 million the first year in Denver. And now the Giants are paying him $10 million. And as my mom used to say to me, you get what you pay for. And they're getting what they pay for. He's a $10 million quarterback now, as opposed to a $50 million. And he ran around, he ran 8 times for 44 yards, but the throwing looked pretty ugly to me. And he's got a celebrity wife and a family he loves, and it's like the focus has shifted, where he's not as obsessed with winning football games as I think he was for a long time when they were great in Seattle. So I am relieved it's not Jaxson Dart. And for the record, and for what it's worth, once upon a time, Dak Prescott actually won a playoff game against Russell Wilson in Dallas. So he did that. It was back at the end of the 2018 year. So I'll take that to my bank. So I'm happy, and I don't want to jinx this, or I'd worry about lighting Russell Wilson's fire, but I don't think he has any fire to light. I don't think there's any left in there.
But why do you think the Giants are holding on to him? Why don't they just start Jaxson Dart?
I don't know, because the coach is holding on to his job for dear
Because
life.
that boy not ready, Kenzie.
Yes.
They see it on a day-to-day basis. If he was ready to go like Skip said he was, if he had that fucking JJ in him.
Russell Wilson isn't ready to go either, clearly.
What? Man, we talking about Russell Wilson. We talking about a guy who was 6-1 for Pittsburgh last year. He came in, he went 6-1 until his number 1 receiver got hurt to Deshaun Elliott. The team just got dismantled with injuries late in the season. They lost 4 straight, but he was 6-1 when he came in. When he had Pickens to go through downfield, it was 6-1. Pickens started having hamstring issues. That shit came down a little bit. He was in Denver. He threw 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's not a bad year.
Yeah.
I'm not the problem if I got 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and that was just not a very good Broncos football team, period. It wasn't Russell. The defense wasn't shit. It just wasn't a good football team, period, overall. So, I mean, if I was Eberflus, I would much rather see Jaxson Dart than Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? That's just me going against a rookie, going against a guy who haven't seen a real game plan.
Yeah.
He's seen preseason game plans where we play 1 hole, we give you 1 blitz, and we play cover 2. You get 3 coverages in a preseason, and we just drop our nuts and play football. Like, it's all about being physical and dropping your nuts and playing football in the preseason. So if I was Eberflus, I would much rather see the rookie than see Russell, because, I mean, it's 23 and 33, right, Skip? But it's really not that bad. He looked bad last week. I mean, that was a playoff. That was a Washington. People predicting them to be one of the top teams in the NFC. That's a good football team, offense and defense. So I don't just bash Russell. I take Russell over a lot of guys right now in the NFL.
Y'all might be 0-2.
You predicting?
No, I'm just saying y'all,
Okay.
y'all might be, because I mean he's talking like they got Parsons back there that's going to rush him. So the fact that he just gets to sit in his pocket and try to figure out, what defense you're in, it benefits him. I mean, we're talking about a guy who was a Pro Bowler last year, right? And it's the Giants, right? I'm pretty sure as organizations, the Giants ain't been shit for their quarterback in the last, 4 or 5 years, right?
I mean, Daniel Jones snuck in the playoffs.
But he had a moment.
That
But
was
how bad-
that was a 7-loss season.
Yeah.
Bad NFC year, slide into the playoffs.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones won a playoff game against Kirk Cousins at Minnesota. Go
Yeah, he
ahead.
did.
But how bad was Daniel Jones being critiqued over there? Now he looks like a number one pick. First, as soon as he get out of there, he looks like number one pick now.
Yeah.
And they replaced it with Wilson. Then he looks like Daniel fucking Jones, right? So obviously, it's the kitchen I'm in. That's all it is. It's the Giants' kitchen. No matter what you put in there, it's gonna cook the same recipe. You can't tell me that the quarterback you had before that was looking like shit, he leaves. He looks great. Then you bring in a Pro Bowler, put him in that same kitchen, and he looks like the last quarterback. He looks like the rookie. Look like we need to get rid of you. So this is organizational for me, right? The fact that I've watched this product that you've had for the last few years who didn't look good, then he goes into a new situation, he looks like a new fucking man. Then we take this guy, put him here, he looks horrible. So it's your system that doesn't fit the quarterbacks you have. So, but he is playing Dallas, and there's no Parsons.
Yeah, we need a prediction. We love your predictions. Who do you have?
Who's
Who
favorite?
you got, Gil?
Who's favorite?
Dallas by 5.5.
Ooh, that's it?
That's it. That's a
That's
lot.
huge.
After what they seen what they seen from Russell last week?
But you're a Cowboys hater.
Yeah, no, I don't want. I'm
got
just
the
thinking-
Giants?
No, I'll think about it. I'm gonna make my predictions.
Think about that record.
Yeah,
now,
I'm going Thursday. I keep my
Thursday.
prediction on what
All
I'm
right.
gonna.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Show.
So, yeah, I agree with Skip. Russell is a shell of his former self, right? We used to see Russ go out there and cook and hit you with the deep ball and scramble around and be able to go through his progression. Like, to me, Russ is cooked. Like, to me, I watched
he's
him.
cooked.
I watched him in Denver, and I watched him kind of with a loaded team around him. They were trying to do some things, but I watched him not look very comfortable. I watched him not throw with rhythm and timing. Pittsburgh, he looked straight last year. He looked straight. They had a good team around him. He had some receivers. But Tomlin saw something in him. They had a great record going. They're rolling through the season, and Tomlin says, hey, let's give this Fields kid a chance. Because I think Russell is just so limited in what he can actually do now. And my frustrating thing with him is watching him in the pocket. When that first read isn't there, you can see him panic. I see his shoulders shrink down, kind of looking around. He's still got a little mobility to move
does,
around,
yeah.
but he's not moving around and making plays downfield. And I think it's Jaxson Dart time. But what the difficult part about playing Jaxson Dart this early is you can roll with Russ and suck for 2 or 3 weeks, right? If you put Jaxson Dart in there right now and he sucks, there's no going back on that because you'll ruin the kid's confidence. So that's kind of the fine line that they're playing right now. Like, do we let Russ cook? Russ, he ain't cooking with gas. He's just trying to get a little spark going. I mean, it looks bad. But that's the question that Dayball and their general manager, Joe Shea, need to ask themselves, when is it Jaxson Dart time?
Yep.
To rebuild.
Well, because every week that this goes on and they look like that, those seats get hotter and hotter and hotter. And they were looking like geniuses before the season. Last season, they traded away Saquon Barkley. They're smarter than everybody, right? The owner says, I would be crushed if you traded away our favorite and most popular player. What do? We're smarter than everybody else.
Yep.
We're going to give Saquon to the Eagles. How'd that turn out, right?
Oh,
Terrible.
gosh.
So now you have the brain trust of the Giants sitting there with Russ is cooked, no longer cooking. And now we got this young kid who he's got moxie, he's got presence, he's got that, fuck it, I'm just going to let this thing rip.
That's what he's got.
He's got it, right?
Yep.
And you got the ponies on the outside. You got Neighbors. You got Wan'Dale Robinson. You know, you got the people, the players around him for him to be successful. It's just, when's the appropriate time to put him in? Because once you put him in, you're putting all your chips in the center of the table. And Brian Daboll and Joe Shane are putting their job
on the line
with Jaxson Dart.
But remember what they did. They traded up from 34 up to 25 at the bottom of the first round to take Jaxson Dart. And they had to give a 2 and 2 threes, quite a bit to trade up, because they identified, we want that kid. And they pushed all their chips into the middle, because I thought they were going to take Shedeur.
They should have.
I got it. But Jaxson Dart, who I watched a lot at Ole Miss, he's got a little, the best way to say it for me is a little shit to his game, where he just thinks who he is. Like, he thinks he's better than you are. Mm-hmm. And we'll see if he can do it at this level, but he's got athletic ability, and he's got a nice arm, and mostly he's got big guts and faith in himself. And I'm just telling, I'm speaking as a Cowboy fan, yeah, he would scare me to be 0-2. He'd be the X factor who could come in and just light it up out of nowhere and be the talk of the league going into next week. That's what scares me. With Russ, my new head coach, once upon a time, Brian Schottenheimer, called plays for Russ in Seattle, okay? So I'm going to trust that Shotty, who can be with an I in the middle of it occasionally, but that Shotty can like, there you go. That Shotty will know Russ better than anybody. Like, he can be the defensive coordinator this week too. That they will come up. He'll know how to defend Russ. And I'm going to say it again. You poo-poo it, but my defense held the Philadelphia Eagles at their place to 3 points in the second half on a 58-yard field goal. Okay?
And your offense held you to 0 too. So.
Okay, they did. Bingo, touche. You got me. But we keep raving about what JJ did in the second half, the second half. Well, my defense did it. We went JJ in the second half, right?
But why are we so high on Jaxson Dart, though, when
I'm not.
This guy,
okay,
he didn't even go to the playoffs last year,
okay,
in college.
I got it. But
what has he done?
But the SEC is rough
for us to push all the chips in and draft him. Like, what the fuck has he done for us to? What are you seeing?
Right.
I don't see it.
There's always a bounce back game. So I think Wilson. I mean, like, he's a professional. So
Russ got a resume.
Yeah, he's gonna bounce. I think he's gonna bounce back.
I got a resume here, bro. Like,
I think he's gonna bounce back.
So you're picking
what is
the
Dart's
Giants.
resume?
No, I'm picking Rams.
Right.
But I got to go with my winning percentage. So I know I got the Rams.
Put your pride to the
side. Like, I want to go against the shit, but I want the win.
I got to put that pride to the side.
I'm going.
I just don't see why everybody all in on Jaxson Dart. I don't really see it, man. If you're that good, should have been in the playoffs. It's like you an SEC team. I feel like you put Shedeur on the SEC team, they're going to be in the fucking playoffs. Like, you put him on the bottom of the barrel Big 12 team, and he damn near was in the playoffs, one game away. You put him on the SEC team with the SEC line, Shedeur going to the playoffs. Like,
I buy that.
It just sounds like a great name.
Why is
Jaxson Dart?
Why is Jaxson Dart? Why are you not in the playoffs?
Yeah, it just sounds good. Just put him out there.
You know how to put that uniform on.
But I can sell some jerseys.
The mock neck and the quarter sleeves and shit. He looked good in his uniform. Yeah. But motherfucker, you ain't even in the playoffs, my boy. Like,
okay, but there's this Georgia, and there's Alabama, and there's Tennessee, and there's South Carolina, and there's Florida, and I can just go on and on. It's just hard, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Alabama.
I think Jaxson Dart, he's got a little, I don't know what the kids say, sauce, some drip. My man's got the two.
That's just how you put that shit on.
Yeah, right.
He can do that.
My man's got the 2-diamond chain.
He can do that.
Like, he's bringing confidence. I think that the team, a young team, Malik Neighbors, can resonate better with Jaxson Dart than Russell Wilson. Because the thing with Russ in Denver was he was detached. You know, he thought he was a coach or
He did.
executive,
Yeah.
or
He had his own office.
he had his own
upstairs.
office,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
the boys in the locker room, you're not getting with that shit, right?
He's tripped out.
He's got his own parking spot. He's got his own office, right?
Yep.
So I think that's the most dangerous part about Jaxson Dart, right? The boys can get around him, right? I don't think they're feeling Russ. He's a celebrity. He's more celebrity than he's quarterback.
Agreed.
So
Yep.
fuck it, Dayball, put him in there. Let's go. I know your job's on the line, but it's either we watch Russ just be mid for a couple games and then you put Jaxson in when you're out of the playoffs. But I want to see him. I want to see him ride.
As a DB,
No,
Russ,
I got it.
Jaxson Dart. Oh shit, give me Jaxson Dart. I want to look at that shit all day long.
Do you pick what team he starts on? Like, I mean, the defense. Like, you don't want to play someone this young against a great ass defense, right? So do you
Right.
Well,
like
you
pick
think
and
we
choose?
suck, so wouldn't you throw him in now?
Oh yeah, no, I'll start him against you guys because I know I ain't got to worry about no blitzing.
Right. I think
No pass rush,
I got no pass rush. I get to sit there and shimmy all goddamn day. So
So this
I
is the
will-
game. Put Jaxson
Yeah,
Dart in.
I'll start him
is
for
the
this game, knowing that you're not really going to rush me, as much. But
Cowboys will tear Jaxson Dart ass up.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
and
thinking about
Dayball
that.
know
They might
that.
decide.
That's why he like, nah,
We
you're
gonna
not ready to
blitz,
play
right?
against
Yeah.
Eberflus.
You
You're
gotta
not
be
ready to
smart.
play against Eberflus. You're not ready to play against these corners. These corners get the fucking ball. You're not ready to play against Bland and Diggs. I don't give a damn what the pass rush look like. You're just not ready to play
Okay,
against
so
this
you
caliber
picking
of
the
guy.
Giants Sunday?
he wants somebody to pick the Giants. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Nobody
I
wants
dare
the
you.
Giants.
Like, I'm
Nobody.
picking the Cowboys every week, Skip. I'm with you, Skip.
Yeah.
Only
Hey, I've been there.
I don't
You've
think
been
you
there,
are.
Skip. You know what I'm saying?
Just New Yorkers want the Giants.
Well, that's-
they don't even want
Yeah,
him.
they
They're sick
don't-
of him. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just picking Russell over, you know what I'm saying, make it a better game. The Cowboys going to win the game. Russell will make it a more competitive game.
Yeah.
We'll blow their ass out the water if Jaxson Dart came in there. You know what I'm saying? Russell, we might 21-14 they ass.
No, right.
I think the front office and the coaching staff for the Giants are praying that Russell Wilson works out for a few more weeks because it's not Jaxson
You're
Dart
probably
time.
right. Yep.
But each week, Russ goes out there and looks like that pressure, that heat gets
Exactly.
turned up to put Jaxson out there. And if Jaxson goes out there and struggles or is up and down or they got to go back to Russ or anything like that, it's a wrap. Just like Miami. Press delete,
Over with.
Control, Alt, delete the entire front office from Mara, from just underneath him, down. Everyone's gone.
But when you say if it doesn't work, what does that look like? Like if I'm going to put him in, what happens doesn't even matter because I need him to get the reps, right? So if I need him to get the reps, I'm not judging.
That's why they don't want to put him in too soon. They want either Russ to just be 4-4, 4-5, and it's like, all right, we ain't doing shit. Let's just go on and let him get the reps.
Yeah.
If we put him in now, this ain't about the reps. Everybody in the city of New York, we can win right now. We got this
Right.
D-line. We got every
and
city. It
they
don't matter.
do
We
have
in
a D-line.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like we can. Everybody in the NFL thinks they could win for that first 8 games. Once it's like, shit, we 3-5, we can't win. Then you start getting ready for next year. They still in win now mode. We can win right now, so that's why they gotta let Russ in.
There's there's
That's just how the league
That's
goes.
what they don't do it in football. I know in basketball we do that, right? Where remember Houston?
Yeah.
Houston Rockets. They had John Wall. John Wall averaged 20-8 the year before.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what? Just stay home. We're gonna pay you. Stay home. We don't want you to win games for us, and we want to develop these guys. So
Yeah. Right.
we don't care about this season.
Yeah.
We don't
Right.
care how many win.
Yeah.
We need these guys to play
Yeah.
82 games
Yeah.
and just let them blow it out. Now look at it. The same team.
Yep.
Look at those kids now, right? Because they went through a whole season knowing that I'm not gonna get pulled out.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't got to worry about nobody coming down because we're all learning together. So in
Football
football,
start that shit about like week 8. If we competitive
Yeah.
week 8, then shit, we keep going. If we ain't competitive by week 8, then all right, we start getting guys reps.
Okay, but Akeem, they think they have 3 Micahs in their pass rush. They do, and
Yeah.
they're serious, man. They didn't score a touchdown at Washington. They didn't score a touchdown. They scored 2 field goals, and they're just saying, the locker room saying, "Come on, man." Those pass rushers are saying, "Come on, man."
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, very. So I mean, you
Yeah.
give Russ a couple more shots at it. If Jaxson Dart looked that damn good, then they would put him in there.
Right.
They see him on a day-to-day basis. He probably look trash in practice. Where they like, bro, we gonna be better with Russ. That shit look bad, but
Yeah.
we can only imagine what that shit look like with him. Like
I got
they
it.
see it on
Yeah.
a day-to-day basis.
Yep.
We see a couple clips on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They see it daily, so
Yeah.
they know something.
True.
Yeah. I think the Giants going into this perfect world, Russ is going to start half the season. We're going to be in the mix, in the playoff hunt.
Yep.
And then we can let Jaxson go. This is worst possible scenario. You trade up to get your guy, you got your guy, you're going to baby him, kind of bring him along, let him get some practices in, let him see some game plans, let him see some different defenses. But looking that bad week one, it just puts pressure on everybody, right? We got this. We have neighbors on the outside. We have all these great pass rushers. Now is the time. And for them to evaluate it, they don't have much roped up there in New York. Dayball and Shane, they made some bonehead moves the last couple of years,
Yeah.
and the team hasn't looked great. And there's not a lot to hold on to be like, listen, this team is ascending. This team is going in the right direction. So to evaluate Jaxson Dart, you got to get glimpses of it here and there, right? You got to once he's on the field getting reps, because if they're, let's say they're 4 and 6, the midway point, they put Jaxson Dart in. That's to develop Jaxson Dart. You put Jaxson Dart in, it's to win now.
Right.
And if they're developing Jaxson Dart, they're thinking that they have 2 or 3 more years.
Yeah.
They may have, they're thinking, oh, we made the playoffs 2 years ago. We made the playoffs last year. We have 2 to 3 years to develop Jaxson Dart. I think that timeline is really running thin in New York, especially after they come out week one
Yeah.
and you get blown out by your division rivals.
Gil, Cowboys 0-2.
Thursday.
He's waiting, guys. He's waiting.
They could be. I gotta wait.
Everybody could be.
Then I gotta wait. I gotta see if that line shift a little bit.
Wait a second. They should be 1-0. That's what they should be. Not could be. They should be 1-0.
If they
Am I
had
right?
Parsons.
No.
They would have stopped Jalen Hurts and it would have been 1-0.
Let's move on to the Bengals, okay? The Bengals, I feel like every time I watch